Okay, I had to get rid of some space in my phone. Basically, took me a little bit of a while. I'm sorry, and I had to make a comment to someone, but now I'm here. I had something to talk about concerning identity. Um, a lot of people don't really understand when I say certain things about my racial identity, things of that nature. For me, the way I see it is like we acknowledge things in a certain way, and it makes us kind of blind to reality. And I don't really believe in that. I personally don't identify with my black American or black African. Is my ancestry is black. It's not exactly, I mean, it's mixed, but it's not specifically American like ancestry. I have Louisiana Creole down my great grandmother's side, of which I spoke of before, and then I have like some Dominican ancestry through my great grandfather's side. From my father's side. This is all from my father's side. My mother is Caucasian descent, and my great grandfather, I believe, on the other side, from my father's side, is Jamaican. That's where my African ancestry comes from, like full fledged, I guess you could say, rather than multi generationally mixed, like Dominican and Louisiana Creole. Um, I also have some Puerto Rican in me on that side. And then, like I said, I'm half Caucasian. For me personally, it's just like because my father is mixed race, was mixed race, my mother is Caucasian. I basically identify with my mother's side because that's what I'm mostly. I think a lot of people are like they get caught in like thinking like white and Caucasian has to be pure and anything associated with it must seem pure. I mean, I don't see it that way. For me, I'm like, well, I'm not pure Caucasian, pure white. Kind of seems like a supremacist term to me. But I'm mostly white, so therefore that's what I identify with. Some people are asking me, like, why do I go to like black channels or talk about black issues? Oh, because it's still a part of me, and I'm not saying that it's not a part of me. I'm just saying what's mostly my heritage. What mostly is my heritage is Caucasian ancestry. And honestly, that's actually all I grew up around too. That I'm not gonna say that what you grow up around is what you are, but I'm just saying that's the reality of my situation basically. And I understand some people seem to be uncomfortable with that because they acknowledge the one drop rule and, like, yeah, I mean, that was in itself a white purity idea and pro white supremacy, things of that nature. Jim Crow, slavery days, we all know those things. So, I mean, I don't want to respect something like that that enslaved so many people. And nobody in this time is a slave. So, I mean, nobody's in Jim Crow days, and we're not supposed to be living in segregation days. So, I mean, nobody's better than anybody, no matter what identity you have. And I think a lot of people who try to identify with one race over another might try and